in fact, it's happening now. Other day in Hollywood, not in this country, it's happening in Hollywood. Recently, I was watching the Oscar, not this year, last year, Oscar. I was watching, and all these fashionable women are walking. One of them was dressed in a way that it looked like a sari coming on. What I realized she was wearing is all stitched. Now, I would like to see that this is an innovation, that we retain our culture, but yet be practical. The other day I was also talking about the way we make chapati. We make the chapati the same way as we used to make 2,000 years ago. Which is do this, you do that, same way.
Yes.
Now why can't we develop a new approach where a housewife can make 10 chapatis in 2 minutes as opposed to 20 minutes? Where is the productivity? This is how innovation start happening in other countries. Could we make a chapati machine? It makes 20 chapatis in 1 minute. Then you have a business proposition which you sell for 25 rupees a product. A huge market. Particularly at the bottom of the pyramid, there women are working as maid servants in the city, in the village, they are doing something in the field, but they have to come back. The equal opportunity has not yet come in this country because women have to work and also cook. Am I right? So I'm on the side of women this is happening. Because women are taking 70% of the load. Now, why don't you design products where a woman after 8 hours, 10 hours of work would come and cook food in 15 minutes. Chapati and some sabji, and they should be able to make it in a very productive fashion. This is a great opportunity. This is part of the pyramid. But we are importing almonds, we are importing, I used to see this kitchenware in the advertisement. These are all Western products. Where is the innovation? And then you say India is advancing. This introduction of this BlackBerry to this market, this phone, is nothing to be proud of. So people, the other day I was flying, I was talking to Montek Sivanwala is a planning commission. I asked him, so how is India? Partho India cannot do better. I said, Montek, how do you say that? Look, all these new products we have in the market, so which products are you talking about? And he was looking at my cell phone. I said, do you really feel proud about having a cell phone in this country? This is from Nokia. Nokia will obviously sell it because you open up the market, you can pay for it. What's new about it? But if you design a cell phone, which is only 10 rupees, works on solar energy, has a different way of communicating with the towers. The towers you don't require the tower, you can activate a tree to become a tower, the tall palm trees. Then we're talking. So I do not see innovative spirit as yet. Maybe there in the future, but that's why I'm looking forward to great ideas from all of you. But you're being engaged. A couple of things you can ask me what you shouldn't do because you've got 24 hours, right? Unless you can stretch time. But let's hope you have 24 hours. But then let's hope that you sleep 6 hours. So you're left with 24 minus 6, 18 hours. Now, the homework that I'm giving you guys, it could need some serious thinking. If you're serious, which means you have to give up something. What do you think you have to give up? Do you have any idea? TV. No, that's your saying. Do you watch a lot of TV?
Watching unnecessary TV. I would say watching TV, unnecessary, the serials and all.
Another thing that absolutely, another thing which worries me, I'll be very honest with you. A lot of people talk about Bollywood, a lot of crap. But actually, Bollywood is hurting India. We buy that. How many would we agree with that statement?
Can you repeat that?
Bollywood is hurting India.
Bollywood is hurting India. How many of you agree?
But 7, minority. See, you have a challenge. No, that's good. I mean, we can debate. Now, let me tell you why I believe. Number one, if you look at all the movies, about 80% of the movies, 80, maybe 90% of the movies, are serving certain instincts. We have all kinds of instincts, which India cannot afford to serve. And the nature of the movies are becoming more and more exposed. Do you agree? And nice to watch. Young men like to watch pretty girls, and pretty girls who like to watch certain parts of the world. The point is, when 80% of the people do not have any source of entertainment except the movies, what do you think happens to them? Number two, the other 20% who have other sources of entertainment, they are so much drawn into the entertainment part of us, culture, that all the serious stuff that we are talking about right now, the last 2 hours, do not get the right attention. Few people who are all of you are privileged, we have gone through the education system, which is still about, maybe you belong to the top 7% of Indian population. I think 7% goes to colleges.
Yeah.
7%. Maybe you belong to 7%, and then you have joined a very special school, that you postgraduate. So you belong to the top 2%. And if your time is being spent watching these useless movies, which you do, then who will solve the problem of this country? So people of India are too much engaged in entertaining themselves when we do not have the time to entertain ourselves. That's the second point. And third point, Bollywood is also famous outside. And the image that they're forming about India is through Bollywood. But unfortunately, the depth of the movie, they are not the Satyajit Ray type movies, right? Very light. And now some of people are thinking that, this is what India is all about. Which is not true, right? I believe that.
Far from reality. Far from reality.
Far from reality. So I think you guys have to really think much more seriously. And unfortunately, that's why you should be very proud that you are in Unitedworld. The name, look at the name, Unitedworld. The closest name was again Ghose. Vishwabharati. What is the translation of?
Yeah, the University of the World.
Vishwabharati. Tagore thought about it 100 years ago. 100 years, 70 years, 100 years, 70 years. When he started after Nobel Prize, he used the money to set up something. Now, I think you guys have to really define a new future. We have discussing these subjects, which very few people have admitted. I'm not going to add. They invite me, but now that I'm committed to you, I will say no. So now you have to know, can I afford to let me down? Because that's what someone asked me why I'm here. I'm here because, I like to always engage myself with something new. Because when there's something new, there's a possibility that's significantly higher. Google was not created by Microsoft. Microsoft was not created by IBM. Always this small endeavors which creates the future. So I think we are the cusp of a new beginning of this country and the world. And I think I would like to believe that today was the cusp, the time of that new beginning. So I'd like you to really reflect on what we discussed. I think we've touched on a lot of points. This presentation I could have made in front of the faculty. It's not that kind of day. Very relevant. But I think the Prime Minister would not understand this. you guys will understand because your mind is still fresh. There is more things that how to stay in power, what have I done right, and there are a lot of things that we have to do which is not in the hands of politicians, or the other people like you. So I like to stay in touch. My email is Partho, sg@gmail.com. Any personal thoughts you have, you can share with them. PARTHASG@gmail.com. Thank you very much.
One last question.
Last question. Okay.
One last question which I have to read out. Obviously, question from the heart. I'm interested in arts, dancing. How can I match my MBA education to my liking? Should hobbies be kept as hobbies, or should it become a career if possible?
Oh, very good question. Who is this lady?
Who's the
Old
name?
man.
You ask the question. Alright, somebody.
That's your question? But very good. I'm glad that you could talk offline also. You know, it's funny that you asked this question. If you look at most of the success stories in the world, whether it's Michael Jackson, unfortunately not over here, Madonna, you know, they have basically expressed themselves in the way they feel most befitting for their personal satisfaction in the process of engaging society. So if you are interested in dancing, there's so many things I could see. I mean, one of the things that you could see is the entertainment culture. It is true